Hi, I'm Megan, and we're here as a form of citizen journalism talking about fashion and French culture. With the upcoming presidential election, the country of France has been facing many issues about the beliefs, morals, and opinions of what French people truly stand for. Amongst all the political objectives that surround a country, there are also cultural aspects that create an identity as well. And the way in which people choose to express these really represents their freedom, one of them being fashion, especially in Paris. In 2015, the mayor of the capital city, Anne Hidalgo, passed a budget that allocated for €57 million to be spent enhancing the city's fashion industry over the next 5 years. The budget is spread over investing money into fashion schools, artisanal trades, and other business ventures. Hidalgo quotes, "We encourage creativity, we encourage the talent, and we provide them with the ideal conditions to express themselves." We asked local French people who have moved to and now live in Paris how fashion has become a part of their everyday life, and we analyzed the way in which they choose to express it as a freedom. France, how aware are you, do you think, of the way that other people dress compared to if you were being somewhere else?
I don't know, I mean, I'm from London. I'm living in London now, so I feel like they're quite similar in the way that people are conscious about their dress. But I'd say generally, French people are pretty stylish. Quite a classic dress, I think.
Okay.
And they wear, I mean, I would say people are generally very classic. When I say younger generation dress quite
Yeah, so there's definitely more of an awareness. Or London's kind of the same, like you're just more aware of it.
Yeah, London definitely is very international.
Okay, hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, so as a study abroad student, were you overly aware of the manner in which people were dressed?
Yes, I was. I noticed that they wore a lot more black, and since it was the winter time, the jackets seemed a lot more like higher quality material. I had like that typical like rain jacket kind of jacket. And I wanted to kind of look like that. I mean, I feel like I've always dressed decent, but just seeing them, it made me feel a little more self-conscious about how I dress.
Okay, how about now that the season has changed, do you think they've also changed their wardrobe? Or do you still think they're wearing the same black clothes?
Yeah, I think they're still wearing like the same black clothes. Just less and less people are wearing their scarves and their jackets. But I've been seeing a lot of the same thing.
Did this influence your own style?
Yes, it did. In some ways, I tried to wear more black. I didn't act on it as much as I thought I would. I didn't go out and buy like nicer clothes and stuff. But yes, it influenced the way I would like to change my style.
Okay, so now compared to your American peers and the French students, how different do they dress?
Much differently. The French, wherever they go, they're always dressed nicely. It doesn't matter. You don't ever see anyone in sweatpants in their pajamas. I feel like Americans would feel more comfortable walking around in their whatever they sleep in, like pajama pants and stuff like that. Personally, I think that's the way I can relate to them is whenever I go out, I try to look decent, not sloppy. They might consider it like comfortable, but to me, like looking sloppy doesn't make me feel comfortable. I feel more comfortable if I look decent. So I think maybe that's how the French think, and also like since they're like a collective community, they like to keep in mind others around them, don't want to make them feel uncomfortable or something like that. So yeah, I think the Americans are more casual about how they dress, while the French are more formal.
Okay, well, it was nice talking to you, stranger.
Okay.
In 2015, Mayor of the capital city, Anne Hidalgo, passed a budget that allocated for €57 million to be spent enhancing the city's fashion industry over the next 5 years. The budget is spread over investing money into fashion schools, artisanal trades, and other business ventures. Do you find it surprising that France is investing so much in the fashion industry?
No, I don't find it very surprising, just because if we look back into history, France has always been kind of like the forerunners of any type of fashion, any type of, well, really anything that has to do with fashion, whether it be scarves or whatnot. And so it's not really surprising because the French like to kind of keep holds on things that they were well known for in the past. And so they want to keep this tradition alive of being like the forerunners, being at the top of the fashion trend, and they don't want to fall behind. And so no, I'm not surprised at all that they would want to keep this alive. For them, it's a tradition, it's a way of life. It's not whether they're on top, it's whether they are the best that they can possibly be.
Okay, so when you got here from the States, were you overly aware of the manner in which people were dressed?
Yes, well, I've been to Paris multiple times before. I was here as an au pair for a summer, so I kind of knew how the French people dressed. I knew they wore a lot of black, which is not my style of dressing at all. I like wearing color personally, but I knew that I was going to stand out a lot, and so I tried bringing more of like my, I guess, somber clothing, not as bright colored, because that's not what the French do. They don't wear a bunch of color, or they might wear pop here or pop there. But I was aware of it, and I tried to kind of acclimate a little bit to it. But I thought what was interesting is that even though like the French have like their style, it's so different depending like from person to person. Like before coming to France, you know, you look up like, okay, what do the French really wear? You look at magazines, you know, you see commercials. But what those people wear in those commercials and their magazine isn't really what like the French like day-to-day people wear. Everyone wears it differently. Some people like a pop of color with like their shoes or their leggings, and some people like wearing a lot of skirts. And so the thing that I really like is that everyone's just very different how they do it, but they all keep like the same ideas and traditions alive. But then they all take their fun like spin with it, or sometimes depending on if they're a professional, they take like a professional spin to it.
Okay,